wind in my hair grease, maybe a Marlboro in my mouth or something. People still smoke cigarettes. I think they do in Canada. What's up, everybody? Ryan Kruesi Originals. It is a Monday morning sometime in July. It's about 400 degrees outside, so you're probably gonna hear the AC a little bit. Sorry, I'm not turning it off. But on today's episode, we're gonna work on the 100th anniversary. I know you guys have seen this a bunch. I've been throwing little things out there of me doing stuff on it and things like that. Kind of just been getting after this bike in my free time because it is my bike. It's not anything that's gonna pay the bills in any way, so I can't be doing it on the clock. So I got a bunch of stuff done, but Jake is here today and we're gonna film what I'm going to do to it today. It's just going to be a bunch of weird little shit. I'm chroming out everything, so I'm going to change the switch housings out to chrome. I'm supposed to have some gold switches showing up pretty soon, and hopefully they show up today. We're going to get some of that stuff set up and just kind of go through and finish off some small things that are going on right now. We can set up the brake lines. The brake lines are going to be custom. They're going to be inside the handlebars. I want everything to be hidden. If you don't know what this bike is, it is an 03 FXDL. It is a DYNA lowrider, Harley Davidson, 100th anniversary in mint condition. This is probably one of the flossiest 100th anniversaries I've ever seen. And I am building something from my roots, like early 2000s club style Dynas and how they used to be when I started doing this shit a long time ago. And I kind of want to, you know, it's a little close to home, makes me feel good. I'm excited about this one, so here we go. We'll get started. What I've done so far on the bike is pretty clean, but I wanted to get real chrome with it. So we sent a bunch of stuff out to chrome about 2 months ago. That's what's taking so long with this project. Chrome is a bitch to get in Arizona, but we chrome the swing arm, chrome the handlebars. These are West Coast T-bars. They're 14-inch, just OG style T-bars. When I started building Dynas in like 09, this was it, dude. Everybody was running T-bars, and it was like 10s at first. Then went to 12s, then went to like 14s, 15s, 16s. It's all about hardcore and tall and all that shit. But they're super, super comfortable to ride, like long distance with this. This is the ticket. It's kind of like a little bit of a chopper, how you kind of lay back, get comfortable. I'll show you that when I play around on it later on and run several tanks of fake gas through it as I pretend I'm riding this through the wind. It's just OG shit right here. And the first Kruesi Originals part that ever came out was like 2013, and it was 14-inch T-bars. I was selling a shitload of 14-inch T-bars and putting on so many T-bars back in the day. It was the business. T-bars, Sportster fairings, or a clamshell fairing. That's what we ran all the time. We kept them super narrow, and it was always like 2 overs in the front, just like I did, and stock height in the rear, or maybe 13s. Like 13s were the big shit back then. So I have a set of Legends Arcs 13-inch rears coming in black with a gold sticker pack, so it's going to kind of match everything out and bring it up just 1 inch because I did go 2 over in the front, but I want to keep it as low as possible. Like, I don't want that fender gap. I want the tire still in the fender a little bit. It's got to be more. This was in the early years of it, so choppers were just kind of phasing out, and this was kind of, guys that were building these were coming from the chopper world, so they were still tall front ends, tall bars, still like chopper. Tell me this don't look like a Frisco chopper rolling down the road. No, I don't have any shoes on. Dude, this is maximum comfort. I've got a quick release sissy bar, a built well bag for the back with the f***ing pack thing you sit against, some highway flip down pegs. Woo! I'm gonna take a f***ing nap on this thing while I'm going down the road. I can't wait. I haven't built a bike that's just to ride. Everything we build here is like hot rod, high performance, stunt riding, drag racing, road racing, some kind of gnarly shit like that all the time. And I haven't just built a bike because it looks hard as f*** in a long time. And this is a stock motor. I'm not doing shit to it. I just want to be like cruising down the road at 75, wind in my hair grease. It's gonna be the shit. Maybe a Marlboro in my mouth or something. They still sell Marlboros? Do people still smoke cigarettes? I think they do in Canada. Fucking wait to ride this bike. Ugh! I haven't been like this excited about something in a long time. Something that, like, I don't know, Takes me back to my youth. Younger days. I'm gonna put a tank cover on it and start putting some switch housings together. As soon as I find a tank cover. You know where they're at? I got picked up by an energy drink company. I keep watching us drink all this C4 and like, man, we gotta get you off that shit and get you on something good. And I said, let's see what you got. Strike Force Energy sent us some packs of like 160 energy drinks. I have a fucking heart attack, but it's more like vitamins and fancy shit like that. It tastes really good. It's like grape drink. I like grape drink. Oh, come over this way, Jacob. See this wire? We got a zip tie right there. We're gonna just pop that guy out of the way. And you got a little screw underneath there. Don't lose that. Definitely gonna need it again. Then this guy will just pop up. Boom, there's your shit. When you change these, I don't have these right now, but I guess I could pop them off and get them ready. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm gonna get this other one out and clean all this stuff. I don't want to put that back on my motorcycle. That looks fucking gross. Same thing on this guy. Does not have a zip tie, just a nice little screw. Pops up and out, boom, there you go. Clean these muffs too. This one's a little bit of a bitch because you got to get the brake switch out at the same time. So you got to compress this guy, this little button here, pull this dude up and out of here. There's a treat. Well, there goes something I probably needed. Don't lose this guy. This is a little retainer that keeps your switch held into place. You'll need that. It's like a little copper wedge. Hey, do you know an ETA on those gold switch covers?
Should be middle of this week. Here, hang on. Let me give you a better answer. Let me look at the order.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind. Hello. Found my hat. So I'm gonna use a chrome one of these on the back side of this guy, but I don't have that yet, and I want to make this brake line. So I'm gonna clearance this guy. I'm basically just gonna go blah and take this corner out, so then this line will go right through here, and then it'll come back around, so everything will be nice and hidden. We're gonna go next door. I'm just gonna hack this thing out. This isn't gonna be pretty. I'm just gonna get this one mulched because I'm gonna put a chrome one in there and make it nice. But I want to get this done and show you how I'm gonna do that and get one step further if I can.
That dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come sit down with me in the rocking chair.
It'll make sense in a minute. Moving forward, I got to pull this guy off. So if you come over here, you can see I troughed this back one. So now my line fits right in there like that. So it comes out of the handlebars, it'll come out down here. But I need it to come up and around over here. Oop. I really want it to come up and around like this, and then I'm going to have a 90 and it'll go right into this banjo right here. But in order to do that, I need to channel this guy now, the master cylinder, because it's going to kind of loop up this way. So I'm going to take this guy off, do what I did right here, but this way.
Looking up and we're looking down, we can wave to the people in my hometown now. Come on, baby, let's
Change of plans. I'm not going to machine this one, I just did this guy. So then that line can come out of here and wrap down around over to here nicely. And then when the chrome one comes in, I can just swap this back piece out and be done with it, hopefully, is my plan. That ain't it. Gotta take some more off the inside of the master cylinder. Got on my bits. This right here is an airline cutter for a Legends Air Ride kit that I got like 15 years ago. Use it for cutting polyline. It's been the handiest thing I've ever had. You want a nice super square cut on the end of this stuff?
I'll probably do a 50 mile.
And this is polyline. This is a little olive. This is like a crush fit basically. This guy goes on. This has been a long time, I remember. I haven't done a polyline setup since
I got 49, 53, 55.
time ago.
49 would be.
You can tighten this down, it's going to smash that olive and clamp that black line in there basically. Alright, I got this clocked kind of how I want it to go. I'm just going to crank her down now. Get a hold of the back side of it with the old crescent. Doesn't take a lot of pressure to tighten this. Dirty fucking bitch. Ah. Well, that fucking sucks. Bullshit. That 1 year's got a different size. Thanks, guys. Trent's gonna call Ramjet and see if they've got the right size banjo fitting so I can keep moving forward. I guess I can figure out how long I need to do the bottom brake line. There's gonna be 2 brake lines for 1 brake. Always run a throttle and an idle cable for one reason only. 2 reasons, I guess. One, if the shit sticks, you can crank it fucking closed with the fucking idle cable.
Yeah.
2, if you break your throttle cable, which I have done many times,
You can use your.
you can swap them around and get yourself home at least.
Or you're reaching down there, turning it by hand.
Oh yeah, been there too. One time I wrapped my cable, I pulled it out, took all the slack out of it, wrapped it around the fucking my actual grip, you know, and just held onto it and just twisted it.
Yeah,
And rode all the way from here up to my house.
Yeah.
When I lived on 67th, that shit sucked. That fucking sucks. Well, I need chrome hardware for a brake caliper. Put this thing in and measure the bottom brake line and try and get close to that at least. I think 17 inches is it. I need a 17-inch Russell's brake line!
19?
17! Black! Put some shifter bolts together. Man, I'm kind of running out of shit that I can do that's cool right now. God, it fucking sucks when you really want to get something knocked out, but just keep getting held back by not having the parts yet, which that's just the way it goes when it comes to custom shit. You gotta wait for parts, and sometimes you don't even need a part till you get to that step in the bike and you're like, fuck, I need to do this, so what can I do? I want to do something. I'm gonna pull that dash apart, get that ready for powder coat, and I'm gonna service the primary. Whoa! I gotta take the whole primary apart because look at the shifter. Watch the plastic part right there. It's not supposed to move. The shifter's like jammed up hard inside the shift shaft. Probably 'cause it's never been used, it had forward controls on it. So we pull that shit apart and just keep plugging away, I guess. You guys didn't see, we took a little break. I polished the gas tank and the front fender with some swirl remover, McGuire's, and then hit it with some Protectol. Joe got me hooked on the Protectol real hard. That shit is nice. Look at how flossy that is compared to the back one. This one still looks good, but that looks unreal. I got some Goo Gone soaking on this shit up here. I scraped off the upper layer. I want to get that off there. Then I'm gonna buff out this fender and do it up. I want this thing to be, the whole bike needs a full bath, but I want everything to start from a good clean point. So after I bathe it and come back and kind of clean the whole thing up again, I can easily get her nice and flossy. Protectol protects everything too, from the UV rays, all that shit. It's good stuff. I'm gonna let that stuff set for a few minutes. I'm going to pull the outer primary off and see what's going on with the shifter. This had forward controls on it, but it still had the shift shaft through it with the little bolt-on bung thing on the motor case, and it is fully stuck inside the shift shaft, so we might be hacking that shit out and doing something special. Hey Trent, we got any clutches?
No, they've been back ordered for months.
Holy shit. I think I'm gonna be buying a new shift shaft. Yeah! Oh, me! No matter how clean the bike looks, it's still an old ass DYNA. Ah! Yeah, they just easily come off. A little bit of effort. Whole lot. Look at that oxidization in there. This is gonna suck, dude. We should just take the whole goddamn primary off and pull this thing out of here. It's solid rust. No headway. On that horrible disappointment, I'm gonna call it a day because I don't have any parts to fix that, nor do I want to tear a whole entire inner primary apart right now. God damn it. Well, you buy a 20-year-old motorcycle, it may look pretty on the outside, it may have low miles, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't been sitting around for 20 plus years oxidizing like that has done right there. I basically need to put a new shift shaft in it or pull it apart and spin that thing up in the polisher or something. Waiting on a lot of parts. This bike, we're going to be moving on this bike hard because I want to get it done. I want to take myself a nice little road trip on this thing. We're going to keep moving along. Don't forget, we're giving away a 2015 Grom for every $15 or every $5 you pledge to our Patreon, which there'll be a link down in the description. Get you a chance to win that. All existing Patreon members already are entered to win once the bike is done. We've been doing a little build action on it. We just filmed a video on putting the Öhlins cartridges in the front end, but the sound went to shit, so you're not going to get to see that one. But you get to see the next one coming soon. I'm Ryan Kruesi, this is Kruesi Originals. That's one hard-ass 100th anniversary. Stay posted, like, subscribe, ring that bell, tell 2 friends, and check out KruesiOriginals.com. It's got all the shit you need. Peace!